incumbent upon every Kenyan to exploit any avenue that you can participate to undermine the government that is continuing to oppress us. We are living in a state of oppression. Every day I'm finding DCI or NIS people just trying to hack my phone, trying to know my whereabouts so that they can arrest me, so that they can go and dump me in some forest. Do some social experiment that like what they've done with Tibet. Tibet is tweeting. We cannot even tell whether it's a real Tibet or not. We don't know because we are telling him, Tibet bull, can you give us a video to show that you are the one who is tweeting? There's nothing of the sort. The same thing we've been telling Maverick Aoko. Can you give us a video? No. So this account could be in the hands of somebody else. So that's what you want. They want you to do. They want to do to me. That's why they are tracking me. So we have to change tact. We have to move differently. We have to now adopt a different strategy. We have now understood who are our enemies. Our enemies are outside and within, even within the movement. There are people who are just taking us into the wilderness. They are not offering leadership. They are not offering solutions. And in this time of universal deceit, this is when we need leadership. This is when we need direction. This is when we need a way forward, and we cannot do it when people are just perambulating around the same issues. You're telling us in January 2025, engage the government. What new do they have to tell us? Do they have anything new to tell us? Do they have anything new to show us? Is there even any complete project ever since these people got into office? Every day they are in a tent, addressing us, giving us speeches, throwing cheap threats and empty rhetoric. You think this is going to end? It's going to be your way of life for the next 3 years. If you allow it, if you refuse to follow different strategies, if you follow the distractions, if you watch Gaitho media will not liberate us right now. Gaitho media are sleeping in bed with the enemy. All the constitutional office holders, all the members of the civil society, the entire parliament and senate, the judiciary. Maybe we have some individual judges who are doing the work of the Lord's work. But we know itself is a broken system that needs overhaul. So in light of the fact that Kenya has been converted into a one-party state with the full acquiescence of all arms of government, in light of the fact that now Kenya is now a dictatorship, a de facto dictatorship, where all orders come from one man, in light of the fact that parliament has been captured, Senate is a tissue paper for the executive, in light of the fact that the opposition have been bought, but we don't have a semblance of opposition. We've never had an opposition since 2013. Kenya has never had a functional opposition since 2013. They make noise in the media, but then when it comes to voting, especially on bills that all of them share mutual benefits, they seem to be voting as one. So we've never had a functional opposition since 2013. Our judiciary, you've seen, they brought down any appeal. Any appeal that is targeted at the good for Mwananchi, they've shut it down. You've seen our judiciary targeting bloggers. Targeting bloggers because of exercising their constitutional entitlement of free speech. This is our judiciary. That we have a magistrate who can put an arrest warrant and say for the attention of Interpol. And he knows very well that Interpol, according to their statutes, do not pursue political dissidents or people or cases involving freedom of speech. Now, is that judge, is he updated on the current laws? Why would he make such a blunder? Why is he still practicing? Why hasn't he been disbarred by the Law Society of Kenya? So in light of the fact that all the tenets of democracy, the media have been captured, the civil society have been captured, the church are lackluster, the foreign nations are on the fence, it is incumbent upon you as a taxpayer, as the ordinary citizen, to now flex your muscle. All these elements depend on your money. All these arms of the government depend on your money. You understand? They rely on your money. So the day when you start using your money right, they will feel the pinch. I know you're wondering now what next. I know that's the next question you're going to ask. How do we move forward? And right now, here and now, God as my witness, I declare myself as a leader of opposition in Kenya, because we've not had an opposition since 2013. And the people that they are fronting as a semblance of opposition have always turned out to disappoint us. So I am now your leader of opposition, your de facto leader of opposition. And my second declaration is that on January 27th, we are going to have another public holiday. There is going to be another public holiday on January 27th. In January, we have given them. This is how we are going to move. This is the format we are going to operate, because we have to choke their money. Anytime we cause a holiday, because Kindiki Kizura used to wake up. Fred Matiang'i used to wake up and declare a holiday whenever they feel like. Why can't us citizens do the same? We can do the same. Why am I being asked to comply with a police order or with a court order to appear in court, while the Inspector General himself, Douglas Kanja, while the DCI Director, Mohammed Amin, they have been disregarding court orders. They have been disobeying court orders all their life. Why should I present myself so that they can go and kill me? So as your opposition leader, this is my first declaration. In our first act of civil disobedience, January 27th will be a holiday. Not going to work, not doing anything. No opening your shop, not doing anything. January 27th, that will be our first act. We have to choke their money. We have to leave CBD empty. Because anytime we want to go and protest and speak, which is now how it should be done, then they send police, they send hooded and masked thugs. Did you see they had a police truck, which has an non-existent police station? Meaning that if they arrest you, those people, you don't know where they are going to take you. You don't know even whether they are official policemen or not. So because they have refused us to go to the streets, we are going to protest at home. January 27th. Take this screen grab, please. I need you to take this screen grab because I don't need any contradiction. Those TikTokers who are taking screen grabs, please. January 27th will be a public holiday declared by the people, for the people, in our first act of civil disobedience. We have done it twice, because we did it on January 6th and we are going to do it on January 27th. There'll be a national strike. We are done with waiting for Francis Atwoli. The trade unions have also been captured. Francis Atwoli to declare strikes. We stopped. All the teachers, all of them have been infiltrated. The doctors, unions, the student leaders have been infiltrated. So we cannot expect these people to mobilize on our behalf, because their leadership structures have been crumbled. They have been undermined. They have been captured. So it's us as a people to communicate amongst ourselves. And so we have declared January 27 a national strike day and a national holiday. So we have given them 2 in January. Now this is what will happen. Because our grievances are only 2. We only have 2 grievances. We are not beating around the bush. We are not wasting time. We are not, I don't know what. Listen to our grievances. Grievance number 1, President William Ruto to dissolve Parliament and Senate, and then to resign and hand over to a caretaker government. The caretaker government will be formed later, not by him. That is demand number 1. Demand number 2, or option number 2, scenario number 2, is Parliament to convene an emergency to impeach President Ruto, swiftly followed by an impeachment by the Senate, which will force Ruto out of office. And then Parliament can also go home, because why would they continue staying? Even them, they go home together. And we will leave the country in the hands of a caretaker government. It will be a multi-stakeholder. People from all fields will be represented. I have no interest to be there. And they are going to chart the country's destiny. They are going to embark on reforms. If it's IEBC, who said that Ruto must be the one to name the IEBC? The people who are saying Ruto name IEBC are on payroll. Because si lazima ikue yeye, we can have an independent outfit. We can have a caretaker. They come, they embark on judicial reforms, they embark on reforms, reconstituting our constitutional bodies. So those are our two demands. Nothing short of that. So we are going to have in January, it's two. One, the first one we had on January 6th, massive success. The next one is Monday, January 27th. So the first Monday and the last Monday of January. Now, February is not going to be business as usual, because we understand and we know that there's a tendency they might refuse. We understand, we know these people, they are power hungry. So February, every Monday in February will be a national strike. There will not be any work. You will not open your business. You will not go to work, because this will be our way of expressing our civic disobedience. This will be our way of protesting, because anytime we go to the streets, they meet us with a lot of violence, with a lot of abduction. So every Monday in the month of February, the more they continue staying in office, if they refuse to step down, if William Ruto refuses to dissolve parliament and him resigning, if he refuses to do all of that, so we are going to be protesting every Monday in the month of February. Now, worst case scenario, if they refuse to accede to our demands, then in the month of March, we will go for a full-blown daily strike. Not going to work, but no protesting, because you know protesting, they are going to meet us with violence. They are going to send their goons to abduct us. So we cannot follow that route. They have clearly shown us that that route is not plausible. So in the month of March, if they will not have resigned, we are going to be striking every day. We will not be going to work. We will not be opening our shops until he steps down. And wallahi billahi, let me promise you, that kind of a lockdown, that kind of a grind to the economy, this government will not even have money to pay the police. They will not have money to pay the military. Things will just start moving and happening.